Oh yeah. We live and alive. Okay. It's so annoying having to change all my audio settings recently to try to make it so the stream won't pick up Spotify. Or the stream will pick up Spotify, but the VOD will not. Correction. And then it looks like did my camera just fucking reset its angle too? What the fuck? Everything's fucking up. Oh well, I don't care. I don't care enough. I just want to play video games, bro. So anyone who's interested, it is October, obviously. A little late into October already, October 10th. But I will be streaming some Evil Within this week. I think I'm going to try to... I'm definitely not going to finish Resident Evil, I don't think, but I'm going to try to do weekly uploads of Resident Evil 8 starting this week, which I'm super excited for because I've stayed spoiler-free on it, and I really enjoyed Resident Evil 7, and I know it's a direct sequel to Resident Evil 7. And then on Twitch, for Twitch streams, we'll be doing the Evil Within series. I've already played the Evil Within 1. I streamed it a while back, like years ago, but I'm going to play it again because I forgot everything that happened for the most part. And I know Evil Within 2 is like all the same characters and it's a direct sequel, so I want to be able to understand everything. Alright, what the fuck am I doing? I think I'm just gonna try to progress some of the seasonal stuff because I've been putting this off for a while. Oh, look at that. What the fuck's wrong with the camera, dude? Every time I tab out, it goes back. Then it fucks up again. What the fuck? What the fuck? I have no idea why it's doing that.
What a strange place to hide a treasure.
Makes sense, though. Why pay for a bunch of defenses when the Vex will do it for free?
Pirates are more cunning than I anticipated.
I'll take that as a compliment, Crab Cakes.
I wonder if it's...
Our crew servitor answers your call.
know why the fucking camera's doing that. That's so annoying. Whatever. Oops. Turn that back on. What the fuck, dude? Whoa, that thing hella zooms in.
The pirates are disabling the drill. Destroy the jamming apparatus.
It just doesn't care. Oh my god, it's so annoying. I don't know why the zoom keeps fucking up like that. Oh my lord, I hate these seasonal activities, man. I'm literally falling asleep.
You've been to Nessus many times. I'd like to see the things that make you hilarious.
Swimming in it kills you.
Radiolaria has much to teach us. It's home to the greatest metaconsciousness in the known universe.
Your dad kicked down their front door with nothing but a splicer gauntlet. How smart could they be?
Do. Bro, I don't know why it's not. It's extremely annoying because I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Fuck that dumb shit. It's only doing it when I have the Destiny 2 application open. Like, like that's such fucking dumb spaghetti code. I can't even begin to fucking understand why the fuck the game Destiny 2 is fucking with the zoom on my camera. Dude, coming off of my Elden Ring binge and playing Destiny was not the move, man. And just punch everything to death.
Watch those creepers. We don't want to tire out your ghost. Mithras hasn't told you any more about these relics, has he? I suppose it's need to know. And Mithras knows.
Spider, why are you using a secure channel? Did my father tell you?
Mithras had friends back then. I wasn't one of them. Possibly speak to him again.
You were being aggressive.
Well then, your father was unpredictable. We could have had everything we wanted if he listened to me, but he always knew better. Huh. Look at him now. Caliver House, holed up inside the city. Picking over ruins, pretending he's content. The shadow of the great machine.
You were offered scraps and we took them.
Is that ingratitude I hear?
I do not call the truth ingratitude, but enough of who my father is. Who was he?
What's up, Isaiah? How you doing? My brain hurts.
My duties as scribe of House Light, I will gather knowledge regardless of who would keep it from me.
Is my mic reset?
Speak of this till I have to duck your tongue.
Father! I apologize for the callous behavior.
Apology accepted. I see now. You're afraid little Ido will take off those rose-colored glasses. Such a delightful human face. And what will she see when she looks at you then? Do not speak to my daughter again. Oh, don't worry about me. Though, I'm not the only one who remembers. Sooner or
There we go.
later,
Thank you for letting me know.
the truth.
Everything's been reset, and I don't know why. It might be this OBS update just fucking fucked everything. My camera reset, my mic reset. I don't know what's going on. My whole house heard you take a sec of your
Hey
drink.
there,
Let's go.
Figured I'd better take over while Mithrax is preoccupied. I heard he's dealing with some family issues. From what I could gather, he tried to shut Ido out from all this pirate business. Might have lost his temper. Definitely lost face. Poor Ido. What do they say? Never meet your heroes? Kinda tough when your hero's your dad. No surprise to me Mithrax has got some secrets. Everybody's got something that keeps him up at night. I'm sure they'll work it out. Folks have a way of putting aside their differences when the world's at stake. Just look at me and Zavala. Me and Ikora. Or me and...
What catches your eye?
Everyone's in San Diego and the Minecraft server won't let me connect. I am eternally suffering? Damn. You could join other Minecraft servers, though. I used to have my own fucking pixel art server that... I didn't even have anyone... It was on Xbox. It wasn't even like a server. It was like my own world or whatever on the old Xbox 360 Minecraft. I used to just do pixel art in there. I had the urge to play Minecraft recently, but I don't know. I've never been a fan of, like, survival Minecraft. I like just going in creative mode and just fucking around.
Guardian, as you prepare for your next voyage, know that I will continue to assist in the conflict against Aramis. I had words with Mithrax Gel concerning his...
Oh my god, I hate seasonal activities. Fuck, this shit's so boring. On our group server, I was fucking grinding out my base and now it won't let me in. I don't work today, so I was hyped to get work done. I'm mining out a whole ass mountain for a base. Let's go. Yeah, it's kind of whack how Minecraft servers like only work off of someone's computer, right? So if like that person's not on, you just don't have access to it. Why do people like that? I don't know. Why does Minecraft not have like its own servers? That's so whack. Keeping his computer on for it, but I don't know why it's not working all of a sudden. I can stay on for like a minute and then it kicks me. Huh. Spaghetti code. Taking a short break from Destiny, so I don't know what else to do. You have a backlog of games, don't you? Everybody's got a backlog of games.
I see. They secreted their misappropriated goods to prevent its further theft.
You're picking up quick, little item. Let's run in the family. They are only wretches, but the skiff blades are as brave as any.
None sound fun. The eternal struggle.
Jabber nearby and destroy it.
Caught up with all your gachas, but one as well, so nothing to do in that front. Manga? Caught up on all of them too? Damn. You caught up on life, baby.
I can smell a big score nearby. Bring down that cabal.
Minecraft's working again? Let's go.
Our efforts are being halted by remote jammers. How ingenious.
Need to do the last of the seasonal story. That's what I'm trying to catch up on right now. I'm like 3 weeks behind. Oh, shit's so fucking boring though. Holy fuck, I hate this seasonal content. I hated last season too. No, I honestly can't remember. I guess last year's was alright. I don't know. It seems like it's just been progressively getting worse. I don't... I hate being such a Debbie Downer about it because I love Bungie and majority of the content they make, but the seasonal shit has just been getting worse and worse for me. The best seasons that I remember enjoying the most were Shadowkeep seasons, Dawn, Worthy, and Arrivals in terms of story and content. But it's probably just because it's been the same like model overall since then for the most part. I don't know. But I'll keep playing it because what I like most about Destiny is the raids, and fucking you gotta play every season to have fucking the best shit for the raids, so it's just an endless cycle of fucking playing Destiny year-round for one day. The fucking day one raids. Main thing that was annoying to me was trying to get catalyst for old weapons, and they all required like 400 activity completions, which is absurd. I don't even remember that shit. Witherhoard requires 300 activities? The fuck? I definitely don't remember that. I just remember fucking farming Thrallway with it for the kills. That was like 2 years ago now, though, so I don't fucking remember.
Lots of them. Big and pointy.
And Elixir obsessed with those disgusting Cabal war beasts. Goes by the name Alax.
Hey, war beasts ain't so bad if you remember to feed them.
Oh, I've seen what they eat. Too much trouble for the cost.
Something's wrong. Whoever came through here cleaned this place out.
Another gang. Scabs bold enough to assault a hideout for its treasures.
Nah, this outfit is organized, efficient, and almost as deadly as the Guardian.
I wonder if our pirate lord is still with us. So Alax survived for a little while longer.
Whoever tried to take that pirate lord down first, they didn't get the relic. But these interlopers managed to take out half this crew.
Did they want the relic?
Fuck. I've got such a big headache. Thought it might have been fucking lack of caffeine, but it's not helping either. What does my guardian need? Jujitsu, 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 jujitsu. Black Rover is such a banger. It is. Indeed. What's up, Brent? So hyped for Bleach in the morning? Oh, snap.
Idol has taken action that may endanger us all. She sent a message to Aramis. She invoked a ritual from the old crews, words with empty hands. It is a type of parley where no violence is permitted. Idol believes Aramis will follow the rules of her people. I am not so trusting. Should Aramis accept, I would ask that you...
Audio's glitching, the music is at least. Oh well, I don't know how to fix it. There's so much shit going wrong with this OBS update, and it's fucking... Look at my camera. My mic reset, my camera, every time I tab in and out, see that? My camera fucking zooms in and out. The music's glitching. I don't fucking know. I don't know. My fucking brain is killing me. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Got to the point where I'm like, fuck it. Hell yeah. I want to play fucking Dark Souls 3 for some reason. I have an urge. I have an insatiable need. I want to play Dark Souls 3 and fucking make a fucking download some Berserk mods, dude. I want to be big sword guy. Have the urge to play as late. I want to play Elden Ring, to be honest, but my fucking... I can't progress past where I am currently for videos. Or I could play Sekiro again. Sekiro would be fun too, because I haven't played since they added that update. With they gave fucking wolf armor sets and shit like that, which sounds pretty cool. I don't think they added anything other than that, though. I don't think there was like any new bosses or anything like that, but I only played it once. I did the one ending where you fight Sword Saint Ashen. Be cool to get the other ending too. Sekiro had fucking cool ass combat. It's definitely not something I'd ever want to be forced to play like a certain way again, but I don't know, it worked for the time being. It was cool. I think it was because I never play parry playstyles, and being forced to learn parry for a game, I don't know. I kind of digged it. And then it made fucking the Star Wars game I played on the hardest difficulty, and it made it a cakewalk because I was so used to fucking Sekiro at that point. I'm excited for the next Star Wars one. What, a Jedi Fallen Order? Jedi Fallen Order 2 is gonna be fun. The only boss that gave me trouble in Jedi Fallen Order was that final boss, because she had this bullshit grab attack that would insta-kill you on the hardest difficulty. You could be full health. If she landed that grab, you were dead. That shit was insane. I don't think there was any other, even on the hardest difficulty, I don't think there was ever a time where anything would one-shot you straight up like that. That was the only fucking complaint I had with Jedi Fallen Order. Everything else about that game was fucking fantastic. The story, the gameplay, everything was great. I really like how it was like a Metroidvania where you had to go back, you had to unlock certain abilities and then go back into the older planets that you visited to unlock shit. That was cool. I should do another playthrough of that before the next one, since my fucking VODs. That's what sucks too, man. I'm pissed I only started uploading VODs recently to YouTube, because my playthrough of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I streamed that whole thing. Same thing with Sekiro, and those my initial reaction to like everything in those games is gone because of Twitch fucking deletes VODs after 3 months. I should have been uploading it to YouTube this whole time, but I didn't want to, like... Even if I uploaded them unlisted, that would have been cool, but... I didn't want to just post fucking Twitch VODs to my main channel, but it didn't even cross my mind to make just a VODs channel. Elden Ring urge to hit me, I want to play it so bad, but the beginning half just drains me, yeah. Once I finish my initial playthrough, I'm gonna go back and play it again on a new character too, because I played it on... What's it called? I forgot what the starting class with the club is, but that is not the way, man. I want to go through and actually just go through on like a knight class or some shit. Wretched or wretched, something like that. I'll play a Star Wars game. I know I own it, just haven't touched it. It's really good. It's definitely inspired by the Sekiro combat system, but it's the parry Sekiro combat system, but it's so much easier. It's definitely not nearly as hard as Sekiro's. The difficulty is interesting too. The difficulty scaling, if you play on the hardest difficulty, it makes it so you have to be more precise with the parry timing, which I dig. I like that a lot. Like on the easier difficulties, you have a much bigger parry window to parry shit. But if you play it on the harder difficulty, you have to be like precise. Like the second that thing is about to hit your lightsaber, you have to fucking parry, press the button. And I think that's cool. The fact that everything just fucking like nearly one-shots you though on the hardest difficulty is pretty fucking dumb, but oh well. The only real problem I had with the hardest difficulty in the Jedi Fallen Order was just the final boss, dude. That fucking grab attack was so bullshit. Especially because it was so hard to see it coming. May not like it much then, since you despise Sekiro combat. Maybe. I mean, there's other things you can do, though. There's like I think there's 3 different types of, like, combat trees you can spec into. One's, like, force abilities. One's, like, your lightsaber abilities. And so you can do, you can do shit like throw your lightsaber and shit like that, too. It's just, like, the base combat of, like, when clone troopers, like, shoot at you, you have to parry that shit, or when you're in a lightsaber fight. I think there's only, like, 3 lightsaber fights in the game, but they're all super fucking fun. I really enjoy the lightsaber combat, even though there wasn't a lot of it. And so, like, that shit you had to, like, parry. And that was pretty fun. There's, like, different ways to play. It's definitely not as restrictive as Sekiro. And Sekiro kind of, in a way, opened up like that, too, because there were different, like, abilities and, like, combos you could learn as you went through Sekiro. It was one of the things I enjoyed about... I hope From Software makes, like, another game like that. Obviously, I prefer and I think of the vast majority of people, especially after Elden Ring, prefer the, what would you call that? Like, the varied gameplay, because there's so many different builds and customization you can do in, like, Elden Ring, for example. You can, spec into magic, great swords, you can do parry gameplay if you want, you could rock the dual-handed weapons and just go full offensive if you want. There's just so many different options you can do with, like, Dark Souls or Elden Ring, but I kind of digged how Sekiro was all... You played as a specific character that had a specific playstyle, and you just got to, like, upgrade that playstyle and shit as you went through. It's definitely something that I would like to see again at some point. We'll see, though. Play some of the weird old FromSoft games. Like their fucking what's the mech game they made? I heard a remake of that is coming soon, or there was rumors. Sober. Over. Older. But I'd do it all again. Armored Core, yeah. They still make that series, just people don't know it by them. Then there's the Kingsfield. Then there's this one where you're teleported to, like, medieval dungeon with magic and shit, but you have modern day guns. What the fuck? That sounds silly.
Guardian, I greet you in the light. I hoped we could speak. Secure the relic.
I saw one of the mods for Elden Ring is a gun mod where you literally, like, can bring guns and shit, and there's one of the starting classes like a US Marine. I was like, oh my god, I need to make a video on this. Just, like, go into the fucking go into the, like, the starting boss or whatever that kicks everyone's ass and just be like, oh boy, the first boss in the game. Let me just pull out my trusty M16 assault rifle and just mow him down. That'd be so fucking funny. I need to play more modded games, man. Most of the time, whenever I go to mod games, like I'll spend like a few hours just installing all the mods, and by the time I'm done installing all the mods, I'll play for maybe 5 minutes and then get bored and stop and be like, fuck, I just spent like hours installing all these mods just to fucking quit. It's not worth it.
A Rask will not confront you until he has exhausted his underlings. Be ready, Guardian.
Hurry up and fix DS2 servers. I can't wait to play with my friend. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've never played Dark Souls 1 or 2. I have a Solaire cosplay I've been saving for whenever I do play Dark Souls 1. But maybe I'll go backwards and just play Dark Souls 2 first and then play Dark Souls 1. We'll see. DS1 is a very fun IMO. DS2 is in a weird spot. I fucking love weird and how dark it is. Some of the things they do in it are atrocious. That's what I've heard. I've heard that I listened to a review recently, which I haven't played it, so I don't know how accurate it is, but someone was saying that the vanilla, if you find the actual vanilla version of DS2, it's way better than whatever the fuck they did to the game in the what is it, the something Scholar Edition. Because the deluxe edition, they added like a bunch of weird enemy placements. They tried, I guess a complaint in the vanilla version of the game was enemy density. And so they just added a bunch of fucking enemies that were in spots that they just didn't need to be in. He said that when is Scholar of the First Sin, I think is what it is, right? But his complaint was that he thought that the vanilla version of Dark Souls 2 was way better than the Scholar of the First Sin edition because of all the shit they changed in the quality of life updates, right? Where they just added like enemy density in areas where it didn't need to be. Oh yeah, there's a ton of enemies. It's so hard to do solo because the game is extremely clunky feeling, huh? So in the review, the guy was saying like if you have like a bad first impression of Dark Souls 2, or if you beat Dark Souls 2 and you didn't enjoy it, he was like, go back and play it, do a second playthrough on the vanilla version of the game, not the Scholar of the First Sin edition, and see if your opinion changes. Because he was like, I did, and it blew me away how different the fucking vanilla version was.
You cannot lose faith in the old ways now.
This is a mistake, Lido. Aramis listens to one voice only, and it is not ours.
I may draw power from the voice in the darkness. But I am an Elixni Kel, and I fight for the liberation of our people.
Dude, it was such a miss for not to give this fucking Aramis cloak to Hunters. I love her cloak design. It's so sick with the icicles.
And who do you serve? I agreed to meet with Elixni, not a light.
She's also still got her pyramid gauntlet right there.
Guardian is here for your protection.
Aramis Kel,
She's got a pretty cool design.
Scribe of House of Light, I feel compelled to tell you, there is another force searching for these relics. I see. And who are these new meddlers exactly?
One of many you have wronged.
Hey, Mist, what's up? What are you doing up so early?
We did not identify the force.
Or late.
Dispatched your associates with ease. We have in them a common enemy.
Part of it is how it's just absurdly strong some of the enemies are, and how much there is to customize a character. It's slightly overwhelming and really confusing. I haven't seen Edge Runners, no. You know what's... I know the show and the show and the game have like nothing to do like story-wise with each other, but a part of me wants to play the game first and then watch the show. Or I might get around to watching the show, and that might motivate me to like play the game. But either way, I want to have like a month where I know I'm not doing much, and I'll either watch the show and then play the game, or play the game and watch the show, one or the other. We're working on a lab assignment? Oh, shit.
No, you are the same as ever.
The fucking college life, baby.
I want to know the truth. Will I have to hear it from her?
Well, here's the leaked cutscene. Dude, I'm gonna be honest,
Centuries ago, when the Elixir
one of the things that killed fucking Destiny's story for me a bit was just the fact that everything is leaked like day one of every season. Like, I already knew this, and I already know how the season's gonna end and the community event and everything that's gonna happen. The leaks kind of fucking just ruined this shit for me a bit.
Entombed in the lunar pyramid. They harvested its dark power for them.
Dun dun dun. Dude, Edgerunners is absolutely incredible. Both the game and the show are both set in the same timeline as well. Oh, okay, really? So they do have a bit to do with each other. Whenever I have time, I'm playing a new modded playthrough of Cyberpunk just because the show was so fucking good. Damn. I still haven't... I think I only got to the end of the prequel in Cyberpunk the game, because back then when I played it on launch, so there were so many bugs and fucking shit going wrong with the game, but I definitely want to go back and play it because I didn't have a problem with it at all for the most part. Except for maybe gunplay felt really clunky. I don't know if they changed anything like that, but I love the Mantis Blades, dude. I put like all my skills into the Mantis Blades. Those things were so much fucking fun. I love those things, but I need to go back and actually finish the story. Oh, I got to the part where you play as the first mission where you play as Johnny and you get a little bit of his past. That's the last thing I remember about Cyberpunk when I played. This season's weird because it's literally all predictable even if you don't look at the leaks. Damn. It's just an anime filler. I mean, all the seasons have been for the most part. The seasons are supposed to give you context into like what happens in the expansions at this point. So this is all going to be relevant in Lightfall, like everything happening in the season. So like last season we had Callus obviously with the shadows, and he was trying to infiltrate the pyramid on the moon. He did get through, but he didn't manifest inside of the pyramid is what happened. So whether or not he's actually going to have some nightmare powers, we have yet to see, I guess. And then obviously he's becoming a disciple of the Witness in Lightfall. The shit that's happening here, I don't think, due to some of the leaks that I've seen, I don't think Aramis is going to have anything to do with Lightfall, unfortunately. But what's his name is definitely the what's his name? Nezarec is. I think this whole season was just to set up Nezarec's plot, and he's probably going to be involved in next season and Lightfall, most likely, is what I'm assuming. Have you heard I Really Want to Stay at Your House? It's like the main song in the anime. Let me check it out. Here, I'm probably going to delete... There's so much shit going wrong technically in this stream. I'm probably just going to delete this VOD afterwards and not upload it, so I'll look it up. I Really Want to Stay at Your House. Do I look up the official video or what? It's not the opening, is it? Oh, what the hell? He's got the same apartment. What the fuck? This is the same thing. I don't know any of these characters, but I've seen so much art on my timeline of her and then the whoever the little girl with the fucking machine guns. She's adorable. There might be spoilers in it. That's all right. I heard some people were saying that Trigger went like super hard on this because of the or with like violence and shit because of like normally anime airs like on Japanese television, and so there's like a lot of censoring and like things that they can't do or explore, but because Netflix just let them go all out with the ratings wise for this, I heard that it's like pretty fucking, it's like one of Trigger's like best animations just because they fucking went all out on it. Dismember it, nudity, etc. Oh yeah. Oh look, it's me on shrooms. That's literally me in my VR headset. Miss, did you know there's a whole like community for psychedelics and like VR that I found like recently? There's like they call it cyberdelics, and it like I was like kind of blown away with like how many people that there actually are that do that shit. That sounds insane. It is. It's pretty fucking, I don't know. The community like on Reddit or whatever though is called like cyberdelics, and there's like a ton of fucking people that do that shit too. I'm glad people are like more, it seems like the people are more open, or seem to be more open to it at least, with all the studies going on and how it can help people. This shit reminds me of, have you ever seen the Me music video? I definitely can't show that on stream, but if you haven't, I'll link it to you later, Miss. That's an old one. That one's like a decade old at this point, but Me is an insane music video. Yes, I've seen it. Do you know what it's about? Because I only recently found out that it's about, like, the dark side of otaku culture, and when I rewatched it with that in mind, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually so good. That was good. I need to watch Edge Runners. Like, no, not necessarily a hentai addiction. It's like just the dark, like how like otaku culture, you can get into it through like as a little, like, I guess broadly you could call it like a hentai addiction, but it's like much deeper than that, I think. I don't know. I thought it was, let me find, because it was the top comment that made me think of it. So one on Dailymotion. Or I thought it was like Vimeo. Yeah, it was Vimeo. Here it is. For anyone wondering what they just witnessed, this was a critique on the otaku culture problem in Japan, which is really just like the world at large, to be honest. It shows the different stages of suffering and struggle one goes through when they dive deep into it. It starts with getting lured in by a perfect fantasy designed to target your taste. That's what the first part with all the bright colors and the cute girls in the video represents. It gradually becomes more and more ensnaring and sinister until it winds up consuming you. This is represented by the girls becoming red and much more lascivious and ruining your life as you become so absorbed in the culture. You start pushing away the people you care most about, and you just eventually want nothing to do with or the guy in the show or in the music video wants nothing to do with his ex-girlfriend. He attempts at fighting off the girls and trying to reunite with his ex-girlfriend was just him realizing how bad things are and deeply wanting to change, but in the end his obsession overcomes and drags him back into it. Obviously the show shown by him eventually being annihilated by the girls in the music video, and in the end the cycle repeats itself. This is why the very first scene of the video and the last are the exact same shot of him opening his eyes as he lies on his side. It's basically hell on repeat. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's such a good fucking music video. Fuck, man. Art's cool. Oh, there is a they just announced Cyberpunk's getting a sequel too. Isn't that crazy how like that game was like the state that game was in and what fucking what just an anime did for it? It's insane. Me go shower, might be back later. Okay, Isaiah, thanks for hanging, brother. Oh, was there music playing? Yeah, I probably had it muted. Oh well. I've been having so much problems with OBS lately. It's fucking been pissing me off. Here, I'm gonna delete this VOD anyway, so I might as well just fucking take everything off. Unreal 5, hopefully it'll turn out better because the red engine they made in 2077 was giving them problems. Yeah, it sounds like it, dude. I feel so bad for the developers, man. Fuck the fucking... I don't know, dude. The whole fucking... Get me to go on a fucking rant about fucking corporate America. I hate how a lot of those fucking people that worked on the game too, I feel so bad for them because they were like pleading, like, give us more time, the game is not finished, do not ship this shit, and they shipped it anyway. I feel so bad. Like, as someone like working on that fucking project, like, I cannot imagine like the pain of having like this, like, they made this fucking baby, they made it themselves, and the fucking publisher was like, fuck it, no, send it out. And the critiques were fucking, I don't know. It could have been so much better. Looking forward to the new game. I want it to be an Elden Ring where it lives up and exceeds impossible expectations, right? Yeah, it honestly was painful how much of a train wreck the launch was, yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to, I think I'm going to stream big games like that from now on too, instead of fucking, I get so focused on wanting to make a series that I kind of miss the launch window, and I don't get to participate with like everyone like experiencing that game for the first time. So at least like, I think I should stick to fucking, when I want to make like a YouTube series, just stick to just strictly story games that I can beat in like 8 hours or something like that, so it's not a big deal. But like open world games like Cyberpunk or especially Elden Ring and other From Software games, I should just stream the whole thing like for a week straight and beat the game and just put an ungodly amount of hours into like playing it for my first week and be able to actually experience that with everyone else on the launch. Played it on release and enjoyed it, but it definitely wasn't what it could have been. Yeah, I had some problems too. I remember I bought it for my girlfriend at the time too, and she couldn't even get past the prologue, or the first few missions she couldn't even get past because it was like, it was bugged to the point where if she walked out of the bar, the game would just crash. And then if she loaded a save, the loaded save would just crash, and so she had to make another character just to get past that, and then it crashed in like the same spot over and over again, and she just couldn't get past the first few levels until they had an update, and that wasn't for like a few weeks later. Yeah. And I don't, the fucking, what it looked like on the past consoles too, oh my god. It should not have launched on that. I think it was like one of the only games PlayStation has ever taken off of the fucking store, right? Because of how bad it was at launch. That's crazy. Was it on console? Yeah, it was on the previous console. So, like, I heard that it ran okay on the newer consoles. There was still some bugs here and there, but it was literally unplayable on, like, Xbox One and PS4 because they... Let me see if I can find a clip. Whoops. I typed in Elden Ring. Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it, actually. There was one specific clip that blew me away that it launched like that, and it was like... It was like none of the textures were loaded when this guy walks outside. None of the textures were loaded, and then he, like, looks to his left, and, like, there's just a flying fucking car, and then he looks to his right, and there's, like, people that, like, don't have faces because none of the textures are loaded, and, like, walking through a fucking car. I was like, how did the game launch like that? That's crazy. Like, oh my god, look at this shit. Look at that. Dude, that's so bad. Look at the texture. None of the this looks like a fucking PS1 game, dude. Yikes. That's so bad, dude. I want to find the clip that I was talking about with the, I don't think it's in the IGN review. I don't know where it is. The one where the guy just walks through a fucking car is so funny. Let me see clips. Xbox One clips. Oh, is it this one? I think it's this one, actually. Might be. Right here. This is the one. This is the one. When I think of Cyberpunk's launch, this clip always is in... This clip is just fucking melted into my brain. Look at that. What the fuck? Oh, dude, it's so bad. Look at that shit. What the fuck is happening? No facial expression. T-poses. Oh, shit, dude. This shit's funny. God, that shit is so silly. What the fuck is this? Someone just join on me? What the fuck? Hey, what's up, Fukoji? How you doing? Doing well? Hell yeah. Glad to hear it. I am bored out of my mind playing Destiny right now. I do. I don't want to be playing this shit, but I've got like nothing else to do for the most part. We could be streaming a horror game, but I didn't want to do that at fucking 2 a.m. I'll probably do that at some point. Maybe next weekend we'll start the next weekend in the afternoon. I'll start the Evil Within series. I'm really excited for that. I played the first one, but I forgot everything that happened, so we're gonna replay the first one and then play the second one. And then Resident Evil. I have my PlayStation, but I unfortunately forgot to buy a second. I forgot that Elgato requires a second HDMI cable, and so I bought an HDMI cable. And so once that gets here tomorrow, I think I'm gonna set up my PS5 and I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I used to dedicate my rightmost monitor to console gaming, but then I flipped it on its side and I use it as a vertical monitor now. And so I'll probably just use my middle one, my main monitor that has all my desktop icons and everything. I'll probably just set up the HDMI one to that and just flip the input whenever I play on console. I've never done that before, so we'll see how that works. But I'm excited to play. I'm gonna play the prequel of Resident Evil 8 on console, and then play the actual Resident Evil 8 on PC. That was one of my main reasons for waiting so long for that game, is because the fucking, like, the prequel story, it's only 20 minutes and the context isn't that much, but I wanted to have like full context going into Resident Evil 8. And so I'm going to be playing the prequel that is PS5 exclusive for some fucking reason. And then the full game. Thank you for the part, Nightbot. Holy shit, my frames, dude. I need to close Google. I had no idea there was a prequel. Yeah, it's just, do you remember what was the Resident Evil 7 had the one with the dummy figure, and it was called like Resident Evil 7 First Hour or Opening Hour or something like that? And it was just you in that first house you visit in Resident Evil 8, and you got to watch like the videotapes or whatever. It's literally just something like that. It's similar. And so it's definitely not necessary by any means. Like, I'm just being a little context Larry and wanting to have like full context before I go into the story. And because like one of my most viewed videos, I think actually, I don't know if the Life is Strange video surpassed it or not, but my one of my most viewed videos on my main channel was the demo and like finding the dummy finger and all that. And so I'd like to actually play that just because the demo meant so much to me. Have a little nostalgia trip. To my knowledge, there's not any like they had the dummy finger thing in Resident Evil 7. I don't think there's any kind of puzzle like that in this one, though. I'm not positive, though. The finger butthole, yes. I actually have the, it's right next to my desk. It's like my fidget toy. So I don't have a fidget toy, I have a fucking dummy finger. I have it right here. This thing means so much to me. I like fuck around with it like that all the time as like a fidget toy. not hit that? What? It's a USB, right? Yep. It is a double as a USB. I think it's so small though. It's like a 2 gigabyte USB or some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna put on there? I think if you actually, I think there's something, there was a Word document on there that they put on there, which I thought was cool. I can't remember what it says. It says like dummy finger or something like that. It's something silly. It's not anything crazy, but I do think that's silly that they took the time to put a little notepad on the fucking dummy finger. Oh, sorry, I missed your message. Do you have any anime show recommendations? I finished Better Call Saul and Edge Runners, and I have nothing to watch now. Have you ever seen Vinland Saga? You would like Vinland Saga, Mist. That's really fucking good. And it's not that long either. You can binge it in a pretty short amount of time too. I think it's only 24 episodes. Vinland Saga blew me away. I was not expecting it to be that good. Especially with how my morals are now. I would not have... It's so interesting, man. Like, morals and mentality on like how it can change your enjoyment on a show. It's so fucking good. With my own views on like rehabilitation now and like what like seeking revenge like means and what that can do to a person. It's so fucking good. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I promise you will enjoy Vinland Saga. It's so fucking good. Dude, that guy is fucking crazy. Trying to think of some others that aren't just fucking... I watch a lot of shit anime, so I'm trying not to recommend something that's just fucking dog shit just to watch. What's up, Sweater? Yeah, I watch like a lot of fucking dog shit, like either shonen or isekai. I'm trying not to recommend something like that, something that actually had like an emotional impact on me. Nier anime is gonna be dope. Yeah, I need to play the games. I own both of them and I haven't played them. I'll probably do that before it comes out. I heard they're gonna do like an anime original ending too, which is cool. Look at the name, I Privateer. Look at my anime list, the fucking cursed website. I haven't updated mine in forever, but I can see if there's anything I'm forgetting on here. Let me take a look. I stopped updating this because I realized how stupid it is to really critique shows for the most part. Like, I don't know. If you liked it, you liked it. I don't know. I kind of change my mentality on trying to critique art when I can create nothing even close to what these animators and directors and composers fucking make, you know what I mean? I don't know. My mentality is like, if you liked it, you like it. If you don't, someone else probably does. You know what I mean? Where's my actual list? I don't even know how to fucking get to my list. Anime history? Maximizing. Where's my actual list? Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's so much dog shit in here, and I still gave it like a good score too. I was gonna say, fuck, what's the name of that show? Tower of God is interesting, but it's nothing, I don't know, it's nothing crazy. The ending of Tower of God is what makes that show for the most part, because it's like a twist you really don't see coming. Mob Psycho's really fucking good. It's not, I guess it's not a great story necessarily, but the animation in Mob Psycho alone is definitely worth it, I think. Mob Psycho is so fucking good for fights in general. Mushoku Tensei's, I think I can probably recommend Mushoku Tensei a lot more once we get to the next season, because as it stands right now, it's on the fucking borderline fucking creep anime. But I think next season it'll be a lot better, because overall that show entirely, whether or not I can recommend it, entirely hinges on its ending and if the character actually gets rehabilitated, you know what I mean? Sweater nose. I might watch Psycho Pass to keep Cyberpunk twinge you've been on. It's Minority Report, the anime. Psycho Pass? I haven't heard of that. Let me look that up. Production IG. They've made some Fate anime before. Is that on Crunchyroll? I might add that to my list. Not my list, but my my queue or whatever. Oh, it is. Yeah, let me add that to my watch list on Crunchyroll. Creep anime, it really is, man. I mean, how else do you... there's so much good things I can say about Mushoku Tensei, but it all fucking gets destroyed and crumbles in my hand when it's just like, it's a 30-year-old dude in a kid's body trying to get with other kids in his body's age. Like, it's just not, it's no, dude. Like, you can't argue against that. Like, it's so fucked up, but there's so much good about the anime, though. It's like, it's good, but it's so fucking weird. It entirely hinges on its end, because if that character, I've heard, I won't say anything for anyone who's anime only, but I've heard that his mentality does start to change with the the fucking emote, man. What was the what did Giguk say at one point? Giguk did a really good video on it. Let me find the... we won't watch the whole thing. Let me just find the part where he... Giguk, Mushoku. Giguk makes such good anime videos, man. He's definitely inspired me to hopefully one day get into the AniTube space.
And now that there has been a big turning point,
the animation for this
series,
like
I'm
show is
even
so
more
fucking good
invested,
too.
because big events don't need to happen for the series. However, is which is to be brutal, means that this must not really be what I love about the series. It's incredibly grounded despite being set in that same cliche isekai fantasy world we thought we knew. And it says everything it needs to without always needing to rely on dialogue, even though it has a fight scene. The show looks and sounds good and knows when to tell, and it knows when to do a little bit of both. And even though the setting feels so familiar to what we've seen before, such care has been put into the way it's constructed and presented that it's just a treat to just inhabit it. Normally I like to gloss over production because there's not too much I can say beyond the animation looks good and the fight scenes are nice and the music makes the nice noise. But there's something about this production that just feels special in every single aspect. Mushoku Tensei is done by Studio Bind,
I haven't watched the Edge Runners one. I
studio
should
that
watch
was formed from White Fox with staff members that seem to have a lot of experience working on previous isekai titles, and god damn, they must have brought together the Avengers of isekai staff members because this show looks and sounds incredible. According to interviews with producers, this studio was essentially formed just so they could focus on Mushoku Tensei, which is not only insane but also shows that someone has a lot of fucking faith in this series. The name Studio
was it right here,
from the get-go. The tropes and cliches you might recognize aren't just tropes and cliches as much as they are just core elements that build on the plot, characters, or world. They are not just surface-level writing prompts. There's a reason why they are there. Looking at Rudy as a character, I know there's going to be a fair chunk of people who gets put off by Rudy's behavior, but I think that's kind of the point. Even if there are some things he does that even I'm not going to stand here and try and defend. Like, I don't know where on the legality scale a guy with 30 years of memories trapped in a child's body essentially raising his love interest from a young age to become his perfect wife in the future stands, but it awfully sounds like a word that rhymes with schlooming, that is generally illegal and or frowned upon in most places in the world. I'm just waiting for this to be the next thing the Twitter hate mob picks up, but look, I'm not...
That's why I cannot recommend it, unfortunately, but... Bro, pause. That's exactly why I can't recommend it to anybody, but I'm hoping, like, the show's, like, where it goes after season 1 is entirely, like, whether or not I'll continue to enjoy it or not, because what I really hope for his character, because they did such a good job with his character in, like, what he dealt with before he died, and, like, how, like, he was literally just the average fucking incel shun-in that, like, was made fun of at school and got rejected by girls, and, like, his entire worldview is based off of that shit, right? And so the character development with his character is essentially, like, what I'm hoping for, and, like, I really want to see him grow as a person, and that's
that missing link this
where it goes after season 1 is basically going to be whether or not I can recommend it to people or not.
Entire time. Rudy was an unpopular, antisocial shut-in in his previous life. He was bullied, he has social anxiety, he has trauma, and this led him to shut himself off from the world and become the person he was. He's an ugly, worthless lowlife of society who did nothing all day but watch anime, play video games, and jack off to hentai. I mean, look at this guy. Is this the hero you'd like to project yourself on? An ugly bastard who can't even find a role in a hentai? I bet he even moderates a Discord server. These experiences and the person he was isn't just magically
Looks
changed
like
because he was
Dizzy
reborn in
man.
a fantasy world. He carries the trauma of his previous life. He's really horny because he's obviously never had a love life and views girls like they're a love interest in the eroges he used to play. He's not the perfect bastion of righteousness like every other isekai protagonist, but what he does have now is a loving family, people who are willing to give him a chance, and an opportunity to start over. The person he was before he was reincarnated isn't just ignored and forgotten about. In fact, it constantly plays an active part in shaping the kind of person he becomes in this world. He wants to become a better person because of the person he was before, not in spite of it. There's an actual reason for this isekai to be a fucking isekai. Not to say that this is the first isekai to ever refer to a protagonist's previous life, but it definitely feels like this one had the biggest effect and starts right from the get-go. The tropes and cliches you might recognize aren't just tropes and cliches.
Yeah, it's fucking good. It just depends on where they take it, to be honest. Where's the, he shows like a little animation montage at the end here that's really good.
As much as they can, because how far this production can go. Right now, the anime is confirmed for 23 episodes this year, and judging by how much of the story is taking its time, we are barely scratching the surface. I'm praying to God that Studio Binds are able to adapt as much as they can, because even without reading ahead, I can already feel how much this story still has to say. And it would be a shame if it never gets the chance to say it, because watching this show has kind of made me fall back in love with isekai. Mushoku Tensei isn't just a story about a guy reincarnated into a fantasy world. It's a guy who's been given a second chance to do something better and become the person he never could be. who just happens to be reincarnated into a fantasy world, showing us that no matter how old you are, it's never too late to make a change in your life. It's never too late to better yourself. It's never too late for a coming-of-age story. And through all the overpowered protagonists and power fantasies and endless harems, watching this made me wonder if this was what isekai was always meant to be about. Not just another adventure in another time, in another world, but maybe just another chance at life.
Shut up, miss, no! If it turned into Redo of a Healer, dude, I'd fucking end it all, dude. Fuck that show. That's the dark timeline. I don't know. We'll see. It entirely depends on where it goes, because I hope that he can actually reflect on the thoughts and actions of both his previous life and the new life that they're talking about. Like, that's why I love this Giga video so much. It entirely depends on its ending, like what my opinion overall is of it, right? It is a wild concept, as you said. Alright, let me watch the Edge Runners one, since I haven't watched that.
Where the fuck did this come from? Seeing the explosion of anime in the past 10 years was bloody exciting if you were an anime fan before. Suddenly, this niche little medium you loved was starting to get noticed by a wider audience, and that was a good thing, because this must have meant so many more great anime that would have never been made before might just be on the horizon. The small, fan-run companies we followed got an injection of money they needed. Big players were starting to get into the game. There was so much potential for cool projects, so much promise of the medium being taken to the next level. It was
Dude,
hectic.
I need to watch,
it was exciting. The
Devil May Cry
possibilities
Baby
seemed
again.
endless.
Hey, there's Fate,
and
let's
what
go.
did we get?
We've been preparing our whole lives for this day.
One thing we did get was more anime, but that didn't necessarily mean that was more great anime. The shows you wanted to watch were split across a million different streaming platforms, and some of the shows you were excited for had all their possible hype killed when the wrong platform picked it up. This wasn't on the fine print of the expectations we had, but every so often there comes along a project that makes me remember, alright, maybe anime getting worldwide recognition wasn't such a bad thing after all. Cyberpunk Edgerunners might be one of the most exciting collaborative projects I've seen in years. Coming from Studio Trigger and CD's Nuts Project Red, this was the type of project we were waiting for. Following their very successful launch of Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red obviously saw potential for more stories to take place in the world they had crafted, and in the process might have accidentally made one of the best things to come out all year. Continuing this unexpected but wonderful trend of animated video game adaptations slapping harder than an Asian parent who'd just been given a bad report card. That's right, guys. I'm a real gamer. Not because I play them, but because I watch them. Which is the perfect time to talk about today's sponsor, Honkai Impact 3rd.
No?
Oh, what the hell was that segue? Honkai Impact 3rd is an
Nice.
anime with a dick summer event and a major update for the main chapter events, giving us Why I Love Summer, baby, and a Herschel trial card for us today, and now 7 Universe, taking place in the future,
Most
in the
replayed,
dark,
I love
gritty,
that.
violent dystopia nightmare called the United States of America. I mean, Night City. David is a kid just trying to survive in the city, attending a prestigious school, being supported by his mum despite her struggling income. But after getting into a massive car accident, David comes to find his mother has passed away because she couldn't afford proper healthcare. Wait a minute, guys, that was a joke. That was a fucking joke. You weren't meant to take that seriously. From there on, he has to resort to a life of crime,
Bernie
meeting
Smash.
Lucy, a skilled cyber hacker, and her fellow gang members. He joins their crew, taking on missions so they can survive together in the underbelly of Night City. Alright, guys, I've got a confession to make. I am not actually a gamer. I lied before. I don't play video
She
games.
playing
Think you can get away?
Shut up. I hadn't
Wait.
played Cyberpunk 2077 yet.
the fuck? What is that? I've never seen someone play Claw with an old controller like that before. What the fuck? You play like that? I've never... Normally it's for the joystick, right? What the fuck? I mean, I guess maybe for a fighting game for like combos and stuff to make it easier. There's no triggers on this shit either, is there?
I lied before.
Oh, there is. There's bumpers. Never mind.
I don't play video games.
Think you can get away?
Shut up. I hadn't played Cyberpunk 2077 yet, and my only prior knowledge about it was that...
Fuck yeah.
The game was a little buggy, so I went into this completely blind, and while I'm sure I missed some Easter eggs here and there, it did not ruin my enjoyment at all. The world of Night City is stunningly brought to life under Trigger's eyes. Neon lights illuminate the concrete jungle with a fluorescent color palette, so you can smell the stench of stale piss.
Miss, I don't know about you, but I'm so black-pilled every time I see Night City or anything like this, dude. I'm just like, that's future America right there, dude. And it makes me really depressed.
You can smell the stench of stale piss reeking from the back alleys. Every random passerby feels like they have a story to tell. I think people forgot that beyond the glitches and T-posing, CD Projekt Red actually crafted a truly vibrant world with so...
Cyberpunk is on its way in 40 years, and I'm ready for it. IRL. In the year 2000.
Too much potential for interesting stories to take place. Edge Runners might not have Keanu Reeves, but it does have this guy.
I do not pay you to think. I pay you to check the boxes off my list.
The fuck is that?
Wait a minute. Is that my man Gus from Breaking Bad?
But you can call me Sus.
The first thing anyone will probably notice is Studio Trigger's footprint stamped all over the show. You know, as much as I like Trigger, recently when I...
Yo, have you ever seen Promare Mist done by Studio Trigger? I had the privilege to see this movie in theaters, like last year. It's so fucking good. I own it on YouTube. I bought it on YouTube. We could watch it sometime if you want. It's not too long. I think it's only like a 2-hour movie. This movie is fantastic. The story and the animation are... The soundtrack, it's so fucking good. Such a good fucking movie.
All over the show. You know, as much as I like Trigger, recently when I saw their name attached to a project, especially if it was being led by this man, Hiroyuki Imaishi, I was starting to think I was watching a one-trick pony. I remember the first time I saw Gurren Lagann, I was blown away by the sheer absurd, over-the-top hype contained in it. Then I saw Kill la Kill, and I was slightly less blown away by the sheer absurd, over-the-top hype contained in it. Then I saw Promare, and I was puffed away by the sheer absurd over-the-top hype contained in it. And then I saw they were doing an episode of Star Wars Vision, and I was like, is there going to be some sheer absurd over-the-top hype contained in this? Yep. There it is. Now, did Edge Runners have some sheer absurd over-the-top hype contained in it? Yes, but it was actually kind of muted in comparison to all that.
One of the things I love about Trigger is that their animation their style is so unique that I can always, like, when they first announced Star Wars Visions, I immediately knew that was done by Trigger because their animation and their, like, character design is
there going to be
so unique to them.
Some sheer absurd,
like the colors and the bright colors
over
and
the top
the faces,
hype contained in this? Yep.
The way the hair flows.
Yep. There it is.
Like, you can instantly tell when it's done by Trigger just because they have such a unique animation style.
Now, did Edge Runners have some sheer, absurd, over-the-top hype contained in it? Yes, but it was actually kind of muted in comparison to all that other stuff. I mean, this may look ridiculous to you, but this is just a standard driving experience in India. There are still flashes of that classic balls-to-the-wall Trigger hype, but I feel like they had to restrain themselves a bit more than usual due to this being a canon story in a pre-existing universe. But because of this, they needed to find more creative ways to up the ante aside from going into space. Going into space. Going into space, or my personal favorite, going into space. And I feel like by restricting them, you got to see a whole new side shine through. Oh, for fuck's sake. This, in my opinion, is one of their best looking shows to date. The gunplay on display is absolutely insane. David has this special ability to go bullet time, creating an army of after images for every movement that he makes, which melts my mind every time I see it. But mostly...
Yo, Mist, goddamn space. Mist, have you seen Castlevania? That's one I should recommend to you. It's not technically anime because it's American made, but oh my god, it's so fucking good. Castlevania is so good. So good. The premise of just watch the first episode. Just watch the first episode of Castlevania. It's one of those shows. Only when we binged it. Oh, you were there? Oh, I did watch that with you, didn't I? Like, you can literally just watch the first episode of Castlevania, and if you're not hooked after that, you don't have to watch it. But Castlevania is one of those shows where I can promise you, like, it gets interesting right off the first episode. It's so fucking good.
This is the first time I've seen them tackle an old school hyper-violent show, and you could tell they had so much fun breaking all the shackles that usually limit them. Bodies get blown apart in an explosion of bright red blood, intestines go flying out, bits of skull and eyeballs rain down with every shotgun blast. Seeing this type of hyper-violence being done with the Trigger flair was a brutally beautiful sight I didn't know I needed until now. Trigger were already the masters of giving their shows a unique visual identity, but I feel like even here, everything was polished and sharpened to a level even further beyond. I remember the first time I booted up Persona 5, I was enamored by just how much work must have been put into its aesthetics. The striking color palettes, the battle animations, the text messages, even the individual menus, everything down to the smallest detail seemed to be meticulously crafted to fit this visual style. It was just so fucking cool, and this is the exact same feeling I get when watching Edgerunners. Every frame is oozing with a visual flair most shows could only dream of achieving. There were some scenes with so much—
The thing that made me think of Castlevania, though, was that guy's movement with the supersonic movement or whatever, where they have all these different strokes of the character in the back of him right there. The what's his name? Alucard, Dracula's son, does the same fucking thing in that show.
Dream of achieving. There were some scenes with so much going on, it felt like my brain couldn't process all the stimuli it was receiving. This wasn't the rule of cool. This was the rule of fucking cool. And it was so refreshing seeing this team's insane creativity being pushed to a level I hadn't seen before. Then we got the soundtrack. You know how in most anime you got your normal background music, then during the season finale or some shit, it'll hit you with a special insert song they've saved up just for this moment. And it's beautiful. It elevates the moment and it kind of feels like it turns the scene into a narrative music video. Yep. Cyberpunk has that for like every episode. This OST is just overflowing with such fantastic tracks that at some point I feel like they had too many to work with. There'd be a throwaway scene of just two characters talking and I'd be like,
Fuck yeah.
So shut up for a second. Can we turn this music up? The song's kind of a banger. From synthwave to metal to electro to fucking reggae, so many scenes felt like I was watching a stylistic music video. It was like I was watching Fooly Cooly all over again. And then there's the—
What was the show that recently, was it Chainsaw Man? That comes out on Tuesday, right? I thought Chainsaw Man, they got an insane amount of musical artists for Chainsaw Man too, didn't they? I think they came out with a list recently and it was like 12 different fucking bands or some shit making music for Chainsaw Man. That's gonna be crazy. Trigger was the perfect choice for the show. I agree, especially with all the fucking light. Look at that lighting. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, Trigger makes really good fucking work. No idea, I haven't followed the news on Chainsaw. I believe Chainsaw Man comes out Tuesday, but like a few, like 2 weeks ago or something like that, they came out with a full list of all the bands that are working on it, and it was like 12 different fucking bands. Show animation-wise looks awesome. Oh yeah.
So you guys are cyberpunks, aren't you?
Oh, they're mobbing! He's going full mob! Out of everything, this is probably the least strongest aspect, but I'm only saying that because everything else was absolutely stellar. Sure, there were some awkward pieces of dialogue here and there.
I'm built different.
Bro, I'm a different breed. Of what, a chinchilla?
But honestly, everything was solid and did what it needed to do. I've seen a few complaints saying that there wasn't enough runtime and it kind of felt rushed, but I didn't get that feeling at all. To me, it didn't feel rushed. It just felt dense. This is 10 episodes, packed to the absolute brim. From start to finish, the series rarely gives you a chance to catch your breath. Shit's constantly going down, situations are always evolving, and while it would have been nice to have an extra episode or two with a bit of downtime here and there, never once—
You know what, one of the things I really I wish I could fucking ask Giga himself about how he gets past the copyright for these types of videos, because I would love to make my own type of videos like this. I mean, he's definitely inspired that. But like, look at it, he's got no copyright. I don't understand how he gets past that. I don't know if he has like a certain deal with them specifically, or if he somehow shows just the right amount of time to not get copyrighted for certain things. I'm not sure. But he shows like full scenes in the background while also having like the soundtrack from the show play in the background too, and I don't understand how he never gets fucking hit for it.
Did it feel like a major story beat wasn't earned? And yet, even through everything, they still—
Edgerunners revived your love for Cyberpunk that I forgot I didn't know I had. It's so fucking good.
Found time to make a standout episode. Episode 6 might be one of the best episodes of anime I've seen in years. From the opening second, something feels off. The air feels heavy. You find yourself being on edge. Everything is draped in an air of unease and you can't put your finger on exactly why, like you're standing in the eye of an unseen storm. And what follows is a 20-minute psychedelic trip down into insanity that simply left me speechless by the end. It was an absolute masterclass of direction and cinema, and it's episodes like this that reminds me why the medium of animation is so fucking incredible. Even with a shorter episode count, it didn't affect how invested I was in everything. It's been a while since I've seen an ensemble that left such a big impression on me so quickly. Everyone feels memorable without feeling like they're just a walking trope. From looks to personality to attitude, each character is totally distinct from one another and have this group chemistry that's infectious. Maine walks in as the charismatic father figure of the group. David's that eager younger brother. Rebecca was one of the more minor characters, and yet with just a few scenes, she was able to leave a stronger impression than most characters do with hours of script.
She's a minor character? What? I thought she was one of the main characters with the amount of art I've seen on Twitter. That's crazy.
Screen time.
Oh, David, my man, what's going on?
It's series like this that shows you don't need hours of backstory to get attached or like a character. Everyone felt like they were a part of this dysfunctional family and there would be a gaping hole without them there, and you get just as emotional when some of the major events happen. Watching this reminded me of the feeling I got when watching Cowboy Bebop. I didn't need...
I still need to go back and watch some of these classics, man. Cowboy Bebop and, I know Myst, you've been on my ass for it for ages, but, fuck, what's it called? The mecha anime that fucking defined the industry. I don't know why I'm spacing on it right now. This group had big Final Fantasy VII vibes. I need to fucking play that shit too. It finally came out, part 1 finally came out on PC. That's definitely one of the games. Evangelion, yes. I still haven't seen anything with Evangelion, and I heard the most recent, what was it, a movie that came out last year or something like that like really fully ended the series, I guess. I need to watch all that shit.
Spike, Faye, or Jet's backstory to get attached to this crew. I already was way before...
You would dig Evangelion? I know I would, because people say that the fucking... It's one of those open-ended fucking shows that, like, just leaves you questioning life at the end of it, right?
For their respective episodes, because it was just a pleasure to spend time with all of them. You never...
Not watched it either? Aw, shit. Maybe we'll do a fucking Discord watch party or something soon.
I wanted their journey to end, but you knew it had to eventually. And when it does, you're left with this bittersweet feeling of emptiness, knowing that you've had to say goodbye to your time with them.
You're the guy who jumps into the fire to rescue someone. Anyone. Even when you know you're gonna get burned.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners is an example of what happens when you give a team gone mad with creativity the resources to do what they want to do. This is what it's like watching a show where every single person working on a project gives a shit. You can feel the love and excitement emanating from every single second of this runtime because absolutely no one half-arsed it. Everyone brought their A-game, not a single person phoned it in. It's as much a passion project as it is a promotional piece for a gaming franchise everyone had already written off. This was the project we were promised when anime started to get more recognition globally. The prospect of some of the most talented names in the niche medium of anime we followed getting to go wild with some of the biggest names and franchises from a totally different medium was meant to give us more shows like this. And I hope that this isn't just the exception, but the standard for future collaborative anime projects to come. Bravo, guys.
So what do you want?
Not a single T-pose, 0 out of 10, worst adaptation of all time.
Giga's got a talent for that, man. I worked at the BBC, right? He did like news articles before that, and so I mean he's got a really good talent for writing, man. That was good. Watch the OG anime, then the end of Evangelion movie for the original story. The new movie trilogy is a retelling. Gotcha, okay. Imagine anime companies with freedom. Super short show, 23 minutes, 10 episodes. The thing is, I want to be able to play the game and the... Maybe I'll get to it in November. Because October I want to do like horror game shit for Halloween, but... I want to be able to play the game and, like, either watch the anime and then play the game, or play the game and watch the anime. One or the other, doesn't matter to me. But I know I gotta have time to fucking do that, you know what I mean? And so maybe I'll get to it in November. Because one's gonna inspire me to do the other. Regardless. You're definitely gonna want to play the game? Yeah, maybe I'll get to it in November then, because October's just gonna be stocked full of fucking horror games for the most part. And hopefully more Elden Ring, man, because my next... I haven't fought Radahn yet. My next video is going to be fighting Radahn, and I'm super excited to... I know I'm going to go all out with the editing on that, so... I'm definitely excited. Anime made me want to play, but it's just not my kind of game, so I'm conflicted. I feel that. Yeah, open world... I feel like there's different types of play styles too. I know when I played Cyberpunk, or at least at launch, I don't know if it's gotten better, but I hated the shooting because I come from games like Destiny and Apex Legends, I think, are like peak FPS games. Like they give you the peak amount of like power fantasy and
cool gimmicks and shit like that for a first-person shooter, and going to Cyberpunk from games like Destiny or Apex Legends, the guns just don't feel as good, and I get really fucking bummed out whenever the guns don't feel as good. But something I thought Cyberpunk nailed was some of the other options for combat that you have, like I thought the hacking and shit like that was really cool, and my favorite weapon to use was easily the Mantis blades. You fucking got these blades that come out of your arms and you can just tear people's fucking flesh in. It's fucking crazy. I loved the Mantis blades. So there's different styles of combat you can do too. Don't feel if that is what you were worried about, Fukoji. It could just be the fact that it's an open world game with you feel so sidetracked too. I get that too. I know Moe, one of my buddies, watched the anime, instantly got hooked on the game, and he said that he was like fucking 50 hours into the game in Cyberpunk, and like he hadn't he beat the prologue and then like didn't do a single main story quest for like 50 hours because he was doing like all these side quests and getting sidetracked. So I get that too. I think I'd probably like the story and environments if nothing else. I feel that. Yeah, I heard that the number one thing I heard that they did really well in Cyberpunk was definitely the environments. The Night City itself like felt like a really alive, breathing city. There's some cool, like, weapon shit, too. Like, one of the things I love about open-world games that you don't find in, like, any other genre of video game is just the fun, wacky shit you'll just come across exploring the world, you know what I mean? Elden Ring has that to an extent. Skyrim had it a lot. That's one of the reasons. Skyrim will always be one of my favorite games of all time. I don't care what people say. That game has its problems, of course, but it does so much right, and I feel like Skyrim, like, defined that decade of games. Like, Skyrim's such a good fucking game. And one of the things, it brought out my love for open world games, for like, you'll just be exploring and you'll just find something that's super fucking cool just from being rewarded for exploration, and I love that shit. And Cyberpunk definitely has that to an extent. One of the things I found, I was just walking around, went down this alley, and there's a fucking dead guy with a gun on him, and you can take the gun, and the gun starts talking to you and has its own personality. It's so fucking cool, and it's just something you find, and like you can walk around Night City and the gun will like comment on shit. It's so fucking cool. How much of Cyberpunk did you play? I got up to the first mission where you play as Johnny to get some of his past, but I didn't play anything after that. The one without spoiling anything, I'll just say that the big boom happens, right? That was the last thing I remember in Cyberpunk. That's actually awesome, yeah, and that's a small thing compared to like all the other shit that's in that game too. Like, I just love how when you're rewarded, when game developers reward you for just exploring, like they'll just put something really fucking cool that's just hidden in an alleyway, right? That's fucking, those create memories because they get a positive emotion out of you for, like, I just found this thing. Like, I didn't look up any guide or anything like that. I was just walking around exploring, and I found this really cool thing just from walking around and exploring. And that's what creates, like, memories in open world games like that. The violin song, along with Tearing Through Arasaka, was one of my favorite moments in recent gaming. The violin song. Was that mission? Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I remember. When you're playing as Johnny. Fuck, dude. I know there's a bunch of different endings, too, depending on what you do as well. This one. There's the violin song. also need to fucking go back and play, I need to go back and play, or not go back and play, but just because I never played it before, fucking, Witcher. Because I own the Witcher Deluxe Edition when it was on sale. I bought it, and I have never played it. Rip and Tear, oh my, I need to play Doom as well, dude. That's a game I fucking own both the Dooms, and I own Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, and I haven't played either of them. Rip and Tear is so good, dude. I fucking lose my mind every time I hear that song. Winter 2020 was peak DGen gaming season for you? Yeah, when COVID happened and fucking just sit inside and play fucking video games. What's the one I heard recently, and FGO surprises me with its fucking fucking whatever the fuck soundtrack sometimes. This shit went fucking hard. This was one of the more recent boss battle themes. This shit was so fucking good. It starts off with this like slow piano, right? And then it just goes fucking hard for no reason. And this was just a boss battle in one of the recent events. Like, it has no right being that good, dude. I was jamming, like, what the fuck? This is a fucking event? It's like a final boss fight song, dude. It was just some, like, side boss in the event. God, I love video game music. Yeah, dude, fucking, it's all part of the art, man. Fucking, when you got music, like, I constantly talk about how there's so many good things about episode 19 of Demon Slayer, right? And, like, it bums me out when, like, things become super popular and people just start to fucking hate on it just because it's popular. Like, sure, Demon Slayer's not fucking perfect, but it's a good fucking show, man. There's so many things they do right. It's just Ufotable's just a fucking fantastic studio, but episode 19, there's so many things that make that fight so fucking good because it's the soundtrack, it's fucking the stakes that are going on, your involvement in the story with the stakes, and the visuals, the lighting, the 3D animation, all that shit comes together and brings so much fucking emotion out of me that, like, I literally tear up in, like, fight scenes like that, and it's not because I'm sad or even happy, it's just because the visuals and the audio are doing something to my fucking mind that my body just doesn't know what the fuck to do, and so I just tear up. Like, it's fucking... art like that is crazy. And video games can do the same thing. Art's fucking cool, man. Rengoku fight? Yeah, dude. No, Rengoku fight blew me away in theaters, too. Oh my god. That was the day I went and saw the Demon Slayer movie the day it came out, and that was the day that my ex-girlfriend broke up with me. And I had 2 tickets to go see it and ended up going alone, and I was in shambles. But no, I was in shambles, but I came out of that theater with the biggest fucking smile on my face, dude. It did so much for me. I would have gone with you. Thank you, Mist. I appreciate that. I wish I had fucking IRL friends to go see anime movies with. One of my sisters is into anime, and I usually take her whenever I go to see anime movies now, but I've got no fucking IRL friends, so I wish I could take people to go see anime movies more often, but I saw girlfriend broke up with me, and I was like, I guess I'm just gonna, I almost didn't go, but I came out of that theater so happy I went, because that movie just does not stop, man.
it blew, that fight blew. I remember watching it after they beat the first guy, right? And I'm like, okay, that was an alright movie, I guess. And then fucking Akaza comes down out of nowhere, the theme plays, and I'm like, oh shit. I was like, so this is where they're gonna end the movie, right? And I guess it's just gonna pick up in season 2. No, they start fighting and everything goes on, and then the fucking crazy fight happens where he just goes all out. I literally jaw dropped, and I went and saw that movie 3 times just for one specific scene. And that's where, when they're in the fucking fire tornado fighting, and it's just silent. There's no audio. There was no audio. There was nothing you could hear from the audience. Everyone in that theater was quiet, and there was no audio from the fucking screen in the movie itself. And it was just pitch quiet, and I was like, that shit right there gives me goosebumps every single time. I love it so much. Anime in theaters just hits different. Man had a move named after himself. Yeah, dude. I fucking lost that shit. It was his family name, too, so I figured it was like his dad's move or some shit. I think it was his family name, right? I can't remember. That's what I thought at the time, though. I was like, oh, dude, like, this is the move that's been in his family for generations. Yeah, that movie's so good. And then, obviously, season 2, dude, that fucking... Oh, my God, dude. There's people that say the fucking season 2 fight in like Ufotable, it's just a bunch of flashing colors. They're not doing anything impressive. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This shit fucking gets me so hyped. Ufotable's animation and their compositing team. I think is that the right word? Where they add in the After Effects composition. I'm not positive. Something with a C. They go crazy though. Ufotable's compositing team is fucking crazy, or composition, however the fuck you say it. And I forgot the demon's name. I forgot both their names actually. And the soundtrack goes so hard too. Ufotable always gets the craziest fucking what was I gonna look up? Samuel Kim makes songs. Demon Slayer. He does covers of songs that are like super on point. This shit goes so hard. Yeah, this fucking fight was crazy. Lost my fucking shit. I love the piano in it is so unique. I feel like in shit like this you never get fucking piano in it. Boy, that shit's ramping up too. This shit. Oh. It's so fucking good. Anime's awesome, man. Art in general is awesome. One of my like my change in mentality after doing my perfectly legal mushrooms has just been that like art, I just appreciate art more. I don't know what it is. Like everything is like art to some degree. Anything that is man-made is art. Buildings, fucking PCs, like your houses, infrastructure in general, like things that aren't, that people wouldn't normally think are art. You know what I mean? Tell me more about your mushroom Grateful Dead trip. Wait, what? Listening to... I did listen to Grateful Dead at one point because my mom told me to. Praise plumbing? Urinals. There are some fucking... Hey, dude. I'm sure there's some crazy-ass urinal designs out there I could fucking look at and be like, that's art for sure.
I mean, the trip. Thought you said you played Grateful Dead. I did during one of the trips. I mostly listened to like Porter Robinson. Here, I'll throw on the. I have a whole Mushroom Trip playlist. This song goes crazy. I've never heard of this artist. Goblin. Suspiria? Goblin is an old like 80s song. This shit goes hard for no reason. I actually found it from a Berserk playlist. This song was in a Berserk playlist and it's so fucking good. It sounds so weird, but this shit on psychedelics is crazy. Like the fucking the visuals that go along with the song are fucking insane. It has this like weird fucking vocals, right? It's so weird. But then later in the song, it goes fucking crazy hard. This shit, and then you're this is totally a psychedelic song. It's so good. But mostly I listen to like Porter Robinson and shit. And other like, I don't know what you would call that. It's not, it's like a subgenre of EDM. I love this type of song. Shit like this is super chill. And then I just sit in a VR headset and I'll just like go to a world with like, there's so many different worlds in VR chat that are like just made to like fucking just be high and look at shit. That's like a majority of the VR chat community is like a bunch of fucking people that just like to get high and fucking go in there. High or drunk. There's so many like party worlds too. I usually don't like being around like other people when I'm tripping out though. I usually like go into a world like all by myself and just let my thoughts just fucking run wild. What the chemical does to your brain is like so interesting because it fundamentally breaks down your understanding and comprehension of the world, but it leaves your memories intact. Like you still have all your memories and everything, but you lose your comprehension of fucking everything. And so your mind, when it either thinks of a memory or thinks of anything, you have to like put the pieces back together yourself, and that in a way can help a lot of people. I think that's where the real magic of it is. When I was thinking about it and how it helps people with like PTSD and depression and has a really high success rate, I think that's the reason why, because you'll look back at like old memories or people and your understanding of like relationships in your life and shit like that, and just have to like put it back together again. It's crazy. This Kid Cudi song's really fucking good too. I think Nagi showed me this song. Love is awesome. It's so fucking good. Cause I know I could not be in a place that's filled with lies. Can't stand the quiet nights while I fill up my glass of pride. Oh yeah, Mist, I took you in VR chat one time. I forgot about that, huh? I was about to say, yo, we should go in VR, or I should take you through VR chat, but I already did. That shit was wild. I fight it every day. Why am I this way? You borrowed your brother's VR headset, I think, right? The Art Trats community is something else, man.
You gotta find another way. You gotta find another way.
Might like Mac Miller. I've been listening to him a lot recently. I should. I know a lot of my friends are into Mac Miller, and I just don't think I've ever listened to any of his stuff.
Dope shit like that, Germ. Oh, hi.
Play A?
Welcome back to kids. Follow your dreams. Yeah. Wanna get a... Hey. I'm all grown up, man. Yeah. Ha. Alright, look. Hey, I'm so drunk it's a bad idea to talk, cause I ain't making any sense, I'm just here to rock, not sleeping, all grown up. Now the places that we go, they know us. Tell me, Mac, it's so good to see you blow.
Wow, he's got a similar flow to E Double, who is like an old rapper I used to listen to. That's crazy.
Just show up, just out my mind, stay dealing with some girls who be out all the time, and the higher that I get on the smell,
I just got a fucking old nostalgia trip from him.
Shine from the light to the sun. Tonight will be fun, cause the night is too young, and the rhyme to the drum is flowing. And island, see the ocean when I'm chilling, got me smiling. Like, hey, tonight will be
Mac was such an interesting artist. He was going through a really massive change in his approach to music with swimming in circles. It's unfortunate he passed. There are so many great rappers that passed last decade. It's a fucking shame.
If you ain't part of the team, you ain't know me if you ain't part of the team. Like, hey, 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 hey. Tonight will be great. Walking through the door with a smile on my face, like hate me or love me. Chase dreams, ain't worry about money. Too many people always thought I wouldn't ever do shit. I'm ruining my life and I'll
yeah, Fook, you know E-Dub? E-Dub was a fucking legend. E-Dub passed too, dude. Fuck.
And my name is Mac. Trust me, then I'm ready when the cameras flash. Cause the boy
so many of these artists died way too young. Right around Valentine's, yeah. I remember I still found out about that shit during a video and I like broke down in tears.
Just go and cop a crib in Miami, get a Grammy and an Oscar, cause mother always said act proper. Hey, 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 hey. Tonight will be great. Walking through the door with a smile on my face, like hate me or love me. Chase dreams, ain't worry about money.
Hell yeah, that was sick.
Hey.
Snooze? Okay. I was gonna play some. Definitely want to listen to more of these. Self-care is really good too, though.
Get some brand new kicks, couple hundred on the jeans. I've been spending all this money, got me feeling like a G. Hand me down, give me some shit you never seen. Dropping 3 stacks, now I'm so fresh, so clean. See, we never could have dreamed of all the shit me and my team does. Girls see me like, damn, you look good, now you cleaned up. Feeling fresh, got my teeth brushed. I'm a new kid, been waiting to do this. Ain't hating them, but my plate got some steak and it's Ruth Chris. Been feeling like a true pimp, biatch. It's 05, I'm the Steelers, you the Seahawks. The sweet I keep hitting, making me cough. The Jolly Giant, I'm Jack smoking the beanstalk. I get hoes in both shoes, style I won't lose. Welcome to the old school. Now my clothes look cleaner and my kicks look flyer. We be buying more reefers, so my crew getting high. Now the girls keep calling and the money keep coming. I be jumping off the bridge, but I'ma hit the ground running. When the fuck will I wake up? I ask them, when the fuck will I wake up? Cause every single day it's something new to do. So fights in the hallway. I bet they never thought I'd be this cool. Now they understand why I skipped school. Had my dreams, wasn't worried at all this way. If I'm getting bored, I go splurge at the mall. I got money, I got bitches, I got everything they dreaming of, and I ain't done shit yet. It's major leagues, big business. Used to have a wish list, now I just give gifts. Shit'll make me happy. Here's how to reach me. You can get at me. Now my clothes look cleaner and my kicks look flowery. Be buying more reefers, so my crew getting high. Now the girls keep calling and the money keep coming. I be jumping off the bridge, but I'ma hit the ground running. When the fuck will I wake up? I ask them, when the fuck will I wake up? Cause every single day is something new to do. So I'ma keep on dreaming his snooze. When the fuck will I wake up? I ask him, when the fuck will I wake up? Cause every single day is something new to do. So I'ma keep on dreaming his snooze. Now my clothes look cleaner and my kicks look flowery.
Good News is one of my favorite songs of all time, but it's pretty emotional and may not fit the vibe right now. Oh, you can hit me with it anyway. Best day ever was also my high school graduation theme. Let's fucking go. Fuck, dude, high school was something else for me. Fuck all the adults that were like, high school is the best years of your life. I was so happy to be out of that shit.
Get some brand new
fuck
kicks,
high school.
couple $100 on the jeans I've been spending on.
High school wasn't a fucking absolutely terrible experience for me, especially not compared to some other people, but fuck, I definitely would not repeat it. Fuck that shit. I'd probably repeat the education process, though, because I'm definitely more interested in learning than I definitely was in high school. Like, I would love to fucking... Especially, like, interesting things like, biology and fucking... Not math, dude. I've always been bad at math, and I have no interest in math either. I fucking leave that for the smart people. Algebra is definitely the furthest I want to go with math. Fuck calculus. I like learning, but I hate school. Yeah, it's just the environment overall. I have such a big problem with how fucking the education system in general is put together. It's so fucking bad. Geometry and calculus class got me fucked up. Yeah, I've never been I've never been good at math. I understand its importance, but fuck, I hate it so much. My brain cannot comprehend shit like that. But I'm so interested in, like, science in general, and there's so much of science has to do with math, and that's where I'm like, fuck, I'm not cut out for this shit. I love like space and how the world and physics and shit like that work. It's just that the second you get math involved, which is important because you need to make sure that you're fucking everything is like a fact and works on a mathematical level, right? Like, math is how we fucking make sure shit is certain, right? But my brain can't fucking comprehend fucking equations and formulas. And so the second you get that shit involved, I'm like, nope, I'm out. I'll leave this to someone smarter. Fuck that shit. Which sucks because I want to become an electrician at this point, and I want to become an electrician at this point, and you have to do math in that too, which I think the furthest you go is geometry and algebra. But you need to know certain formulas, but I don't think it's as bad as I think it's going to be, at least. You mainly just need to know formulas to make sure fucking piping and shit like that is aligned for when you put in certain conduits and shit like that. It's not too bad. Was Best Day Ever the name of the song, Mist? Or which one did you want me to play? Yep, okay, got you.
I never take a day off. Work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off. So high I cannot see Adolf. Now I got these rappers all breaking up a sweat. Cause every time I get up on the mic I come correct. And I learned it from the best. Always dressing something fresh. Looking for a little dime, big butt and nice chest. Yes, they heard I used to rock Guess, but now I'm rocking clothes that ain't in the stores yet. Travel back in time, I'm in a vortex. Try and make it work out, think I need more reps. Used to take a bus, now the boy board jets. Cause kids got me busting like a fucking hornet. They say I got next, tell them that I got now. It's all Disney, boy, my family proud. Make them say L, make them say O. The hoes that tell me yes, the same ones that tell you no. Whoa, I ain't just an average Joe, way above the average flow. Boy, my life is most dope. No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. Soon to be happy, on me laughing like a child. I never thought life would be this sweet. It got me cheesing from cheek to cheek, ay, ay. And I ain't gonna wait for nothing, cause that just ain't my style. Life couldn't get better. This gon' be the best day ever. If it ain't about the dream, then it ain't about me. Go a couple full weeks without a good night's sleep. Imagination, making musical creation. The journey that I'm facing, plus the paper that I'm chasing, got me crazy after saying with the lames I see you hating. But there's nothing that you changing. Thumbs up, I'm maintaining. No complaining when it's raining. I be in another zone. Move out my mother's home to a world to call my own. I ain't gonna play around no more. Find a difference from the ground and the floor. If we gotta fight, I'll be down for the war. Thumbs up, homie, I'll be sure. No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. Pursuit to be happy, on me laughing like a child. I never thought life would be this sweet. It got me cheesing from cheek to cheek, ay, ay. And I ain't gonna wait for nothing, cause that just ain't my style. Life couldn't get better. This gon' be the best day ever.
Hell yeah. That was really good. I like how when I looked up Best Day Ever, the SpongeBob song came up first. Let me play some of the old... I really want to show you E-Double's old songs, because his flow reminds me heavily of E-Double. And it makes me so sad that E-Double passed away before, like, I don't think he ever hit his fucking prime either. He had so much more, similar to Mac Miller, he had so much more to give and so many more stories to tell through songwriting. Where's Underdog? That's such a good song. E-Double, Underdog.
Yeah. Things fade every time you switch days with your back.
Yeah, Two-Tone Rebel, you've been working on forever.
Balls, no pay. On call and you're going insane. Nothing new, repetition, living Groundhog Day. Like Bill Murray, life is blended McFlurry. Watch for nuts because the shock is anaphylactic, no worries. The epinephrine pen sitting by the bottle of gin is proof your parachute is purple. Bomb the base of fire skin, your blood is blue, your heart is gold. Thoughts are new, your soul is old. Overload the Toblerone, take the throne, they know you're home. You shake the ground you walking on. What the fuck you think they balking on? Them dogs are pissed, you stole the bone. The Iron Team, you all alone. Pride has seemed to overflow. Hold the phone with dreams on hold. Live the shit that writes the poems. You go for gold, but end up broke. Fuck the bronze, you're not LeBron. No gilded path to walk upon. You spill carafes and drop the ball. You missed your match, you underdog. Hey,
watch out for the stubborn little underdog. We keep it going even when they try to cut us off. Fall down, back up, brush our shoulders off. They throwing stones, but we're bigger than a boulder. Oh, watch out for the stubborn little underdog. We keep it going even when they try to cut us off. Fall down, back up, brush our shoulders off. They throwing stones, but we're bigger than a boulder.
$6 million man, Lee Mage. I am not him yet, so just let me rephrase. Ionic bonds rolling all day, bionic till the tonic has my vision freeze framed. We battle through our vices, dodging bigger crises through vacations that show up twice every 7 days. And we some underdogs, cussing at the overlords, wonder why they slough us off. Deductible, they roll us off. I soldier on through nose and dongs, avoid the streets with pipes and bombs. Fist to sky, my wrist is fly with no Rolex, I'm rich inside. Pistol with the sun to shine, nudge the moon, it's quitting time. Get some rest, I need my coffee, decaf for your pregnant wife. A Fedrin in my Slurpee, I am tired of the lurking. It is time for me to pounce upon the shit and get it working. I wonder if they heard me, wonder if they're nervous, wonder if they
interesting, I'll check him out more. A lot of his songs aren't on Spotify either, unfortunately. Like, he was a really small rapper.
Because I won't be saying pardon, I won't be saying excuse me, might just piss up.
A lot of E-Double's songs, the reason why he was so big, like for me and a lot of other YouTubers, was he did this series called Freestyle Friday, where he would sample the songs of other bigger songs. And back then on YouTube, now it's copyrighted, but back then on YouTube, if you sampled another song or if you did a cover of another song, it wouldn't get picked up by copyright. And so he would sample other songs, like big name songs, and then he would make it so his song wasn't copyrightable. And that's why it was called Freestyle Friday, because the songs were free to use and cotopyright free for YouTubers to use. And that's why he was so big in like the Call of Duty community for like montage songs and other similar videos that where you could just you were able to use his songs without the fear of copyright. Now they're all copyrighted, of course, because copyright got smarter on YouTube and it picks up the background sample song, but back then it didn't. So a lot of the songs because of that aren't on Spotify, but if you look up E-Double Freestyle Friday, I think that's some of his best work for sure. Let me find some other ones. Was this a good one? I think this is a really
April
good one.
9th,
Simple.
Freestyle Friday number 10. Here we go. We're just gonna get into it. Yeah, cause we just skipped the whole season. And shit was inconvenient. Truth is, I haven't put away my fucking heater. Break out the AC Slater, get it freezing. Get the Freon and bring on the 2 pieces. Love it when the ladies sip they little margaritas. Me, I keep it simple, I'm a natty bo genius. Still rock my 501s, even in the heat. Even though they like an oven on my mother loving penis. Jesus, iPhone 10 like OG. This name check the Simpsons, fact check my thesis. High five the team, I ride for young English. Backslap fools who hate when I bring it. Bluefield, Bluebell, need y'all to sing it. The way I fish for fans is just egregious. He just aces tests like he cheated. Don't fight the urge, you know you can't beat it. Fuck its friend, we set the standards. Raise up the bar, we're not limbo dancers.
Peace out, Miss. Thanks for hanging, brother. It's been awesome hanging. Talk more later for sure, brother. Good luck on your the college life and what you were working on. Have a good sleep. Let me find Hamden Parks. This one's so good too.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised. On Monday, I got a gun raised. Suicidal, do or die until hump day. Then I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. I need a shrink, I'm gone. More time keeps passing. No watch, no thoughts at all. Just a hat, new era. Rep my P's and those O's. Need the Phillies with the orange and black to feel home. From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards. It's a tale of 2 cities and trust we go hard. Trust we go hard. Yes, we go hard. You said we go hard. I said we go hard. Rockin' my Bob Cousy, stocking up on the loose. The lyrics come easy, but the life is a doozy. And yes, I'm choosy, and no, I won't settle, but I still take pop off over that kettle. Cause I'm talking bigger picture, and yes, I'm gonna hit you with the No shit. Speak when necessary, no, I've never been a loudmouth. Introvert, but I insert a few wow-wows. No Nick Cannon, David Banner when I powwow. Hennessy, but hold the hip, I'm about to have a brown out. Clowns run around with the makeup on their face to that. I'm astringent, I've been this way. New balls, new beats, yeah, that's me all day. New cars, new freaks, no, you keep that, man. I'm a businessman and a business man. Obstacles made me who I am. Let loose, no truce, my boots come off once Black Paisley has made my family's fortune with a corner office in the greener pastures. Sip cheap liquor till I'm leaning backwards. Grip this dream, you can see my passion. Rep my city, no beef with Asher, Bluebell or Ambler. Help me write the chapters. I'll be home soon and we'll toast to Asti. Sit me Moses to me, no, my name EVA. I'm gone again, back to the mansion. And yes, I'm home again, rocking and handing. And yes, you know the name, Young English, Black Paisley, Irish too thick. Who they be? Who they be? Who they be? Who they be? Well, they be us. Poor English, screwed up semantics. I ain't talking real shit, speak my language. Celebrate the bloodshed, so away the tentative. I'll be on some other shit, so go and tell the other kids. Tell the other kids, tell the other kids, tell the other kids, tell the other kids. Tell them other kids whatever you like. It's Freestyle Friday, March 19th, whatever. I don't really, is that the way they do? Rap songs, rap music, we do what we want. Do the fronts. Yeah. Now look, I just checked the weather on my phone, on my telephone, on my cellular telephone. It's supposed to get up to 71 degrees today. It's supposed to get up to 71 degrees. Holy guacamole. You know, it's not a traditional saying for a rapper to say, but holy guacamole is underused. And what I'm trying to say is, it's springtime.
I love these outros he always did,
we've
too.
weathered the storm. Happy Freestyle Friday. See you guys. Danger sets in just above the vest, below the hairline and above the neck.
Normally these cowards would have broken and run by now.
What up, Baltimore? I'm T-Double. Freestyle
Same,
Friday
yeah.
number 13. And here we go.
Double is so fucking good, man.
The movement is understated, the music is underrated. We make shit that you love and then hope that it gets related. Debate it until you're blue in the face, as if I'm new in this place. Motherfucker, I'm so comfy now that lazy boy might need a new name. E-dub recline, a Sudafed for the sinus. You try to dry up, but the track's wet like vaginas. I'm not scared of dancing, homie, I ain't no gangster. You think I'm soft, then run up on me and get your fucking answer. But no fan of shit talk. Teddy Rose when I roll my sticks. Large, speak soft, I don't need no big bark. You bare arms, I got bare arms. One beef, all I got are these red dogs. Keep them on the grill and chill, cause I don't care, dog. Therefore, my rare form is fly, so go to that airport and don't mess around. You bring me down. I get it back. Don't make it sound smooth. Don't mess around. You bring me down. I get it back. Don't make it sound smooth. My ethos is genuine. I keep it moving like a motherfucking pendulum. My sound is round, I'm bending it. Ideas ain't yours, you rented them. Who the fuck still talks about Benjamins? This ain't 97, kid, get fresh with it. Get next to it, there's no rest with this. I'm working harder than the motherfucking Mexicans, and that's not racist, it's a stereotype and a compliment, so don't get in the fight. PC's not me when it comes to this. I'm more like a Mac when I wax politic. Just rock with it, pop lock to it. And hip hop is good, so go cop the shit. Just pop it in and just bop to it. So hot you could bang, make Fox to it. Go dumb, 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 da dum dum. Girl sitting on the speaker box, you know she gon' come. It's fun, fun, fun for fun, fun. Don't take it so serious, we're only being dumb. Go numb, 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 numb. We're owing till we can't, or we see the fucking sun. I'm done, 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 da done, done. When you're living in the moment, you are always on the run. So don't mess around. You bring me down. I get it back. Don't make it sound smooth. Don't mess around. You bring me down. I get it back.
Fuck, I'm so bored of Destiny.
Don't mess around. Don't mess around. Don't mess around. Make it sound smooth. Yeah, T-Double. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you keep coming back every Friday for new Freestyle Fridays at facebook.com/edubhiphop and twitter.com/edubhiphop and reverbnation.com
/edouble.
heroes will rally. They will face you again and again until your house falls.
Oh, that's right. This doesn't use those, huh? Oh, shit.
I know who I am, and I know who you are as well.
Oh, I never gave Mist another anime recommendation. I saw the Mashoko thing and we went down that rabbit hole for a while. One Punch Man I can always recommend, but that shit's so big. I'm sure fucking everyone's seen it at this point. It's also on Netflix. I know he's seen Attack on Titan. Sword Art Online Alicization was so good until the end. Jesus Christ, that had an atrocious ending. Everything else about that show was fantastic, though, up until the ending. God, they had everything set up so well. It was set up so well to be a fucking, like, Avengers Endgame type shit, and then they just give Kirito God mode for some fucking reason. Oh, I actually don't have. I've only got like 50 anime on here. I still need to see Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. People get so mad that I haven't actually seen that. Yeah, I actually have such fucking dog shit taste for the most part. You need to see the Asuna movies? Yes, dude. The first one, the second one hasn't come out yet, but the first one was really fucking good. And apparently, my buddy Moe, who's pretty invested into the light novels, I think, he was saying that the, apparently so they're based off of the progressive light novels that are just it's not even like, most people call them like just the Asuna, like POV of the original Sword Art Online, but it's also a, not a remake, what would you call like a rebrand or whatever, like it's a retelling. So they're also like, there's some of the events that are brand new and some characters that are brand new that weren't in the original that are pretty fucking interesting too. But yeah, the progressive movie was pretty good. Nothing, I'll be honest, it's nothing like stellar that like blew me away, but like if you're a fan of good animation and you like the original Sword Art Online, it's definitely worth watching at that point, right? Oh, what's up, Gandalf? Sorry, I didn't see you. You just finished classes? Nice, let's go. Areola Grande. Fuck, dude, I so do not want to be playing this game right now. I need one more catch crash. I might as well. What the fuck? Yeah, I got dog shit tasting anime. I don't care though. It's mainly just the stories for the most part, right? There's just so many like atrocious stories in anime for the most part. Every time you get like a really good one though, it's always a treat. I was gonna say something about
Fate, but I forgot. Definitely. Yeah, at the end of the day, I just try to appreciate the art form, right? I fucking love animation. Pretty colors. The music make me feel good, like Giguk was saying. I am really excited for Mushoku Tensei Season 2, because I still don't know what fully happens, but one of my buddies who has been reading the light novels for ages now said that obviously he doesn't know exactly like what I really want to see out of it, I guess, but he was saying like if you want to see like full rehabilitation for this character, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised in Season 2 what happens. And I was like, okay. Still gonna watch my trash though? Oh yeah. Fucking shonen and isekai trash are definitely the genre, baby. You know what I think the big three seinen. So there's like the big three shonen, obviously, like One Piece, Naruto, and what's the other one? Bleach, I think. And the big three seinen, I think, are Berserk, obviously, Vinland Saga, and I believe what's the one about Musashi? I'm spacing on the one about Musashi, but I think those are the big three seinen, and I've read Vinland Saga and Berserk at this point, not all of it, but enough to really enjoy it and know that I like it, and I really want to start on that third one. Apparently seinen are just like cursed to have bad anime adaptations though, so I hope Season 2 of Vinland Saga I saw went over to Wit's not doing it. They gave it to Mappa, I think, and I'm just hoping Mappa does a decent job because I wasn't a huge fan of Attack on Titan's adaptation, but I don't know, they didn't do a bad job by any means. And especially like when I was saying when you critique fucking art forms, it's like you better be able to fucking produce something better. But I don't know, I think it was just mainly the animation style change just threw me off so hard. The Wit has like a certain polish that I definitely enjoy that felt like it was absent in AOT Season 4. I don't know. Alright, let's fucking finish this last catch crash and then I'll probably hop off. I need to figure out what's going on with OBS too. This shit's pissing me off.
That's what I like. I like about you. The way you do what you do, how you do. I like about you. Okay, he says you look so bad, bad like good. Yeah, fucking clarify that shit. Fuck, how close am I to... Oh, did I get it? Oh, I got it. There's the power bonus. I can do GMs now. Let's fucking go. I think I'm like fucking... I was 94 on my Warlock, now I should be 95 and I can... do GMs now. What's my GM loadout? I don't even remember. I definitely need a lot of the weapons. 1580 on this character. I've had the honor of receiving the last Bryce. Receiving the last Bryce hat recently. Oh shit! Did he shut down his store? I haven't heard that name in years, dude. The sniper rap was my favorite back in the day. This shit, dude. This song, dude, lives rent-free in my head.
Lost the lead.
I hate the sniper rifle, I'm a noob, some might say. I'd rather use the trusty shotgun, follow up with the melee. I like an up-close in your face fight, it isn't very much fun to camp with a sniper rifle and pick off everyone. You can see why I'm frustrated when I die from a sniper. The snipers are sissies who poop in their diapers.
I used to sing this shit knifing back in the day.
Snipers are wussies, they hide like little girls. All you see is their head, then bang, you are dead. Snipers are wussies, they are afraid to fight. At the end of the game, they'll call you a BK. So if I kill a sniper, I drop my ball bag on their head. I go up and down and tell them snipe that.
This shit's so stupid, I love it.
There's a saying, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. But real men use swords like ninjas and samurai. I melee all day, there's unlimited ammo. Snipers fire off 4 shots and then have to reload. Don't pick Team Snipers is lame. I'd rather have needlers or hammers in this game. Ooh, snipers are wussies, they hide like little girls. All you see is their head, then bang, you are dead. Snipers are wussies, they are afraid to fight. At the end of the game, they'll call you a BK. So if I kill a sniper, I drop my ball bag on their head. Go up and down and tell them snipe that. You can curse at me, use profanity, but you're still going to be a big sissy. After all, the word sniper rearranged is penis R, as in really small. So if I kill a sniper, I drop my ball bag on their head.
Randy Bob.
I go up and down and tell them snipe that. I go up and down and tell them snipe that. I
Dude,
go
we used
up and down and tell them snipe that.
Insults used to be so much more wholesome, dude. What the fuck? You're a BK Randabob. And then it just evolved into like slurs and shit, dude. What the fuck? Unless you're playing COD, yeah. And go up and down and tell them snipe that.
Aramis must be more persuasive than we realized.
Some guys got war mine cells on, what the fuck? Nice. What the?
Idol, have you seen anything in your research that could help with Osiris's condition?
I'm afraid not. The Techians do not share their knowledge of hive magic freely.
I see Osiris toss and turn, like he's banging on a door, trying to break through. And I could bring him back if I just had the key.
Sag. Alright, that's gonna do it for me, Fukoji, and anyone else chilling in chat. Thanks for hanging. I appreciate you all. It's always a pleasure talking with fellow gamers and anime addicts like me. Peace out. Have a good one, everyone. Fukoji, you have a fantastic rest of your morning. I will talk to you later. Peace.